This is so good. You have solid relationships, liquid relationships. I don't know about you guys, but I want solid relationships, solid connections in my life, solid men, solid friends, solid family, I want solid, baby. Like, we're sticking together. We're formed on a freaking strong foundation that can't be moved, baby, like on a rock. Our roots go deep. No matter what comes our way, any storm, we're sticking together. That's what I seek in my life, all right? So guys, I started studying liquid and solid, and I'm like, okay, what's the difference, right? The structure, okay? The structure is different. The structure of a liquid and the structure of a solid are different, but guess what makes it different? The forces behind each. Strong intermolecular forces are what make a solid. Weaker forces are what make a liquid, okay? Now, when a lot of heat is applied, it becomes a liquid. When it has more colder forces, whatever, it becomes a solid. No, hear me out. When the force of your connection is growth and you meet each other in growth, that means that you are in growth. So no matter what's happening in your life, it may look different, but you're both in growth. So like this tree, its form of growth looks different than the form of the grass's growth, and it's different from the form of the flower's growth. They're different forms of growth, but they're still in growth, okay? Come on, stay with me. So when you are in growth, you can meet another individual in growth, right? And it reminds me of like the Wii game when you're making your character and there's like these little characters in this weird place. When an individual stops growing in your connection, a lot of people will say, I outgrew them. But you actually outgrew a version of you that was connected to them. Because if we are not connected in growth, there is a disconnection, and you feel very far or distant from them. Because if you are not in growth, it's like this. If we were not in the same place, I couldn't airdrop you something, because we have to be together for me to airdrop you. I can message you something even if we're at a distance, but I can't airdrop you. So we have to be in the same place in order to, even if it's further in the same place, like if our growth looks different, we're still in growth. Do you know what I mean? And what happens is when an individual stops growing, there becomes a lot of heat, a lot of friction. So what made your relationship solid, because it starts becoming liquid. It starts becoming liquid. A lot of arguments, there's a lot of heat in that relationship, a lot of problems, a lot of this, a lot of that. You need cooler, right? Like a cooler forces, which is like calmer waters, which means that you're both working on yourselves. You're both doing your thing. You're both wanting to grow in your life, working on your health, you're doing what you need to be doing. Then you both are in growth, and then you feel connected because you're both in that place. No, this is so good. So many times when we feel like we outgrew individuals, right? You feel very distant from them because you could be in growth and they decided to stop growing. You can never outgrow somebody, because it's like this tree can't outgrow the grass. They weren't meant to grow the same. But you can outgrow a version of you that was connected to an individual who wasn't growing if you choose to enter into growth. Does that make sense? It's like if you were not in growth and you're in the structure in which that connection was formed was off of gossip or envy or hatred or whatever, and you came into connection off of that, and you decided, I'm not gonna freaking gossip anymore. I'm gonna go work on myself. I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm going to better myself. I'm gonna grow. I'm gonna evolve. And you start doing that, and the other individual doesn't. Liquid, baby. Heat is applied. You start to enter into a new place, and you can no longer airdrop. And you feel distant. And then distance is like this when there's a connection. And eventually with too much tension, and that's when many relationships are severed. The connection is severed because there's too much tension. Because when you start to grow and the other individual doesn't start to grow, tension. Eventually it just snaps. Unless the other individual is like, okay, you know what? I'm going to rise too. I'm going to grow too. I'm going to work myself also. And then guess what? You can meet in growth. And then that tension, there's like, it's like a band and there's like looseness. That's how you have a solid like connection. Isn't that beautiful? I just love that. Okay, I love you.